Hello, guys. Welcome to the Of Mouse and Men podcast. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Angelo.
And we're about to get spooky because today is Halloween. Angelo, did you know that?
I was not aware.
You didn't look at the calendar when you woke up?
Never do.
Okay, well, it's the scariest day of the year, says some people.
Honestly, it was not my scariest day of the year.
It's not?
No, do you want to know what it was?
What was it?
I was actually at Disney. It was earlier this year.
You were at Disney?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So what happened basically is that I missed my Fast Pass.
You missed your Fast? Angelo, you only get 3 of those. What are you doing? You can't miss a Fast Pass. Are you serious?
No, I'd never miss Fast Pass.
So, this is our not-so-scary episode.
Haha, what a good reference.
And for those out there who don't get our reference, it's Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween Party is the party that happens at Disney, like, at 9:30 after the park is kind of closed. There's, like, you pay extra and you could, like, trick-or-treat.
It's like their Halloween event.
Yeah. You could trick-or-treat with, like, the characters and get food that doesn't have, like, razor blades in it. And, you know, kids are happy. That's ideal. I don't think people want to give that to kids, razor blades.
All right.
Because, like, that's not good, right?
No, I don't think it's good, for the record.
So, Angelo, have you been to Mickey's Not So Scary?
I actually haven't, no.
Neither have I.
What are we doing here, then?
I don't know, honestly.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I don't know what qualifies us to talk about this. But that was our episode. I don't know where to go from there.
No, we got some stuff planned here. We have some stories.
We do have stories
to go into. We have some spooky everyday Disney things that happen
Literally.
every day.
Disney is a scary place. I don't know if you know this. Do you know Disney's scary?
I didn't. I thought it was the happiest place on earth.
Honestly, I get scared there sometimes when I go to Disney. Like, literally. Because there's like... So, like...
What do you get scared about, Kevin?
Okay, so you know Animal Kingdom? How there's the...
No, I don't know Animal Kingdom.
Yes. Oh, you're not aware of it?
No, I forgot about it.
Kilimanjaro Safaris is like... So basically, if you don't know, it's like you go on a truck and they take you around to meet the animals. But they're real animals. This is no Jungle Cruise.
No, it's like an actual safari.
Yeah, so it's like the part that takes Animal Kingdom a little bit up from a zoo. It's like kind of plus a little bit. But you go on this turn, and it's like where the hippos are and like water things. But, like, you go on this turn in the truck, and you're literally... Like, if our wheel goes off 2 inches, we're dead.
It's actually really, like, scary.
It is.
If you look at the side of your vehicle when it's going on that ride, like, that's the scariest ride you'll see at Disney.
Because, literally, it's actual danger. Like, if the wheel is, like, an inch off...
It's not on a track. It's
if
like
the wheel is an inch off, we're falling into... There's, like, alligators and that stuff.
No, yeah.
We don't get into that. That was crazy, guys.
And then to separate the animals, all they have is, like,
the little wires on the bottom.
It's the chains.
Yeah.
On the floor between the exhibits. So I guess that keeps the animals out, but at the same time, I feel like if the animal really wanted to,
if it was determined, it could just like jump.
Right.
Like that's the thing they do.
I mean, I trust Disney like knows what they're doing, but
I'm sure if they don't want the publicity of an animal got out, guys. But literally every time you go on, I'm like, I swear this is the time we're falling in. I'm gonna be on the truck that falls into the water.
And then they go on the bridge.
And the bridge,
and I'm like, oh, come on. Like, really? We have to go on this bridge now?
Yeah, because it's the scariest ride because it's real.
No,
It's like actual danger.
But, like, if you think it happens every day, so it's like, what is the likelihood that the time you're going on it is going to be the time that it fails?
I don't know. I'm very self-centered. So I think honestly, my time is when it's going to happen and I'm going to die.
Yeah, probably,
Caution.
Actually.
Big Disney fan dies in Kilimanjaro Safaris. That's a headline everyone wants.
They're going to make it happen just for the headline.
Guys, conspiracies.
I actually have my own scary
What's your scary?
So, do you know Space Mountain?
No, I'm not aware of Space Mountain.
Oh, wow. So, what a good bit. So, Space Mountain, honestly, Kevin, let me hit you with the real scary. Mm-hmm. Every time I go on that ride, I think that I'm going to need back surgery after it.
Because it's bumpy.
The one in Disney World, of course.
Yeah, so if you don't know, the one in Disney World is a single car. It's more like a rocket style.
It's like the Matterhorn, kind of.
Yeah, like the bobsleds, right?
Yeah, it's like a bobsled ride vehicle.
So you're the only one in your row. So there's there's like 4 people in each row, and then you're
something like that.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're in a single row, instead of like having someone next to you. So this one you're like literally crashing against the sides.
And it's rickety.
It is rickety.
It's very rickety, and like the lights are out, so you can't brace for anything, of course. So, like, honestly, I don't like going on Space Mountain anymore. I'm too old at my ripe old age.
Yeah, you're quite old.
Still being a teenager. It hurts.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
actually like fear for the ride.
my parents go on that. My mom gets off it. She's like, "Oh, that hurt me," and I'm like, "Aw." But like honestly,
you don't know what it's like to be old.
it is a rough ride. It is.
No,
like
yeah.
I feel it after because it whacks you around, and the one at Disneyland doesn't whack you around as much.
No, I love the one at Disneyland.
But I think it's because
it's
also
a more
you,
traditional ride.
you have
vehicle.
people who's cushioning you.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I think it's also something with like the ride.
Well, yeah,
itself.
isn't the Disney World one is just down, right? It's just you're the only propelling you down. You're gonna keep going down. Right?
I don't know, to be honest. I think it goes up, but
Because of momentum. I don't know how rides work.
no, it goes up, but I don't know. I just whatever reason. I'm sure there's a reason, but I think it's probably just like the way the ride is made, to be honest.
Because it is rickety. We
No,
have
yeah,
to
it is.
stress this. Angelo's not
I
exaggerating.
am
this.
not a faker out here.
It is quite rickety. But I was on the front of it, and I liked it better because I could kind of see the track, so I kind of knew when we were going to start making a sharp turn.
So you could brace,
and I could brace for it. Because Space Mountain, the big thing about it is you can't see what's going on, so you're literally like,
That's
in
the
the dark.
thing about it.
That's the appeal. That's why everyone goes on. You can't see, but a part of it's just you're like flying all over the place.
Oh yeah,
and it does hurt kind of.
and then keeping on the theme of mountains, Big Thunder Mountain,
Big Thunder Mountain,
scary ride, Kevin.
scary ride. What are you talking about specifically?
So Kevin, so you get on the ride and you're hanging out, and then you go, and you know how first you're in like the caves and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, and there's like bats and stuff, like that's cool.
Yeah.
Then you get to the first lift hill, the one that's in the cave, and your train starts to go up, and it catches it, and then it goes, and it echoes. The sound of the lift hill echoes through the cave, and it's ear bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, I genuinely can't handle it.
That's the sound of death, literally.
No, yeah, it literally sounds like I'm in a horror movie about to be murdered.
Is it on purpose? It's not because it's old.
No, it's
but
just an old ride.
it adds to the effect of like, oh no, because that's the part where like the track is broken.
I literally
right?
cover my ears at that part, Kevin. I think it's a bad.
It's a
lift
flaw.
hill.
Because it's old. It's rickety.
Yeah, fix
Same
it.
as Space Mountain.
Disney,
Fix it.
fix it, please.
I think they're spending all their money on Galaxy's Edge. They don't need their money on.
Yeah, they're not spending on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad anymore.
Yeah. What are you gonna do though?
Not get earplugs.
Could you imagine you walk on with earplugs?
Get Big Thunder Mountain sponsored earplugs.
You're like sitting next to a stranger next to you. You're like, time to put these in.
You know how at Splash Mountain they have the Ziploc bags? that
Yeah,
say
the
Zippity
Ziploc
Doo Dah?
sponsored. But what's like
They'll do earplugs sponsored.
what's an earplug? Maybe like Beats. They got like their noise canceling technology.
Yeah, they'll give out Beats, I'm sure.
Beats sponsors it. That's actually kind of creative. We should pitch Disney.
Yeah, they'll love it, I'm sure.
Honestly, go to Bob Iger himself. Be like, excuse me. Sponsorships.
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but one thing that actually scares me is that when like Happily Ever After, which is the nighttime show at Disney World, they have those. They set up lines like halfway through the day, but they put like I don't know what color. They're like white or yellow, and they put like lines on. So it's where you have to stand during the nighttime show that they project onto the castle, and literally because they have to do it because of like fire exits. If there was ever an issue, you have to have exits available. And
Of course.
So, but they're so strict on keeping you in line, like it's crazy. So they put like lines on the ground. I don't know if it's like yellow or white or whatever it is, but it's like they have to put them there because like you have to have exits for if like there's a fire,
Right.
people need to get out of the park. It has to be an exit. So you have to stay in like
It
within.
doesn't have to be, it's just people won't get out.
Sure.
Okay, so what's your fear about this?
Well, no, because
Is
so
the fear
basically
that
you
it
have to stay in the
exists?
lines. No, you have to stay in the lines, and then if you are like my toe is outside this line, the freaking cast members go crazy. Like I
Do they
killed their
really,
knees.
though?
Legit. They're like, get back in line. I'm like, oh shoot.
Do they really?
Because I'm at Disney, and my honestly, my biggest fear when I'm ever at Disney Park is I don't want to be banned for life. Because like then I would never get to go back. So I'm always on alert.
Oh yeah, that's what banned for life means.
So I'm always on alert. So if someone tells me to do something, I better listen.
You think you get banned for life for having a toe out of the line?
I don't know. I trip somebody accidentally, they're like, Kevin, that was not okay. You know?
So that's your biggest fear? That's the scariest thing.
No, because they come and yell at me. And I'm like, can you not, please? Like, stop yelling at me. I will stay in the line. But sometimes...
Maybe if you stayed in the line, they wouldn't have to yell at you.
But sometimes it's like, to be honest with you, I just sneak outside the line. Because, freaking,
God.
it's so
Are
crowded.
You kidding?
Yeah,
you sneak outside
it gets so
the line?
crowded when I'm trying to watch the show that sometimes if you want a good spot, you gotta be outside the line. And so I am.
Oh my God, I've lost all respect.
You don't have to respect me, Angelo. Just take me at my word. That's what I do. But I usually try to stay in. In the line, and hopefully that usually goes well. But sometimes it does not. You know, they yell at me.
Yeah,
I get scared because
I'm sorry about that. That sounds like a...
Well, because I mean, they have to deal with people every day. That's like some people like come from all over the world, and I'm sure they're like you got to stay in line. The person's like, oh yeah, okay, but like I'm sure there's people they have to deal with that are like really bad people.
No, yeah, there's probably some people out there
that are jerks.
I'd imagine.
But honestly, they scare me. I can't deal with them. Yeah. So why don't we talk about some
scary stories,
some urban legends,
some Disney hauntings, some might say.
Yeah, because I don't believe in this stuff.
Oh no!
But some of these people are crazy.
Hey,
come up with some of
I
this
don't
stuff.
believe in them, but
they're fun to listen to.
They don't believe in me.
I don't believe in you.
Yeah.
The legends.
Yeah.
Okay, Angelo.
Okay, so do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first with our stories?
You can go first. I want to hear yours because.
Well, I wanted to hear yours, so that makes things difficult. So but I'll go first.
Okay, you go first because I'm curious. What you got for me?
So I have the story of George, the ghost of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Or Caribbean.
I mean, they're all dead in Pirates of the Caribbean, so it's like, there's probably a ghost. Not a real ghost.
What do you mean they're all dead?
They're like dead.
What's dead?
You go to the past.
Kevin, you know that none of the rides are like real life, right?
I'm not saying they're animatronics, but the beginning of it, you see the skeleton, then you go down, and it's like journey into the past.
All right. So, Kevin, how do you feel about Pirates of the Caribbean, real quick?
Oh, I love it. Who doesn't love Pirates of the Caribbean?
It's great. It's a great ride. Great ride, except when people are taking flash photography right in the row in front of you.
Oh my God.
And video recording everything, and you want to say something, but you don't want to make a scene. That's when it's bad.
I want to be there when Johnny Depp's there, and I'm like, yo, it's Johnny Depp, the flesh.
That would be cool, but that would be cool.
I mean, they're not doing that again. There's not going to be another Johnny Depp Pirates movie.
You watch them, you'll see. So, George is said to have been the ghost of a Disney Imagineer or cast member.
Okay.
Who died in the early 70s while working on the ride. Supposedly welding a piece of the ride, like before it opened.
So he died while
in the Magic Kingdom.
Doing construction on it.
One. Yes.
Interesting.
That's how the story goes.
Okay. Wait, but did someone actually die?
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
So,
interesting.
So there's a few like interpretations of that, like how he died and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. Some say that he was like crushed. Others say like he like fell or like stuff like that. You know, it's the legends changed.
Legends always do.
So it's said that he shows up in people's like photos on the ride sometimes. Like here, look at this photo right here. Do you see him? It's you know the fog section in the beginning.
I call that BS. That looks like fog.
No, yeah, it does. But see the face in it?
No, that's
so
fog.
The fog section. Some people take pictures and they're like, he's in the pictures.
Guys, just because your fog makes a weird shape does not mean there's a ghost in the seat. What do you mean?
Or some people say in the final room with the burning city.
Okay.
Guests feel him, like his essence. Next to the pirate pig.
Uh-huh. I don't know what to say to that because that's ridiculous.
And the bridge you go under. So people believe
I think they are feeling the heat from the flames, and they're like, ooh, that's a ghost. Like, I just felt warm all of a sudden. Because they're spraying you with heat.
I mean, maybe, but the most interesting part of this is that the cast members, every morning, it's rumored that they say good morning to George and after the ride's closing, they say good night over the PA system of the ride. And many cast members have confirmed that this happens.
Okay. Well, I think they're crazy.
Well, no, because if they don't do it, the ride's going to break down during the day. That's the rumor.
So,
is that if they don't say hello or good night to George, that the ride will have, like, difficulties throughout the day.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, someone can test me on their theory. I mean, do they have evidence to back this up? Or are they just like, oh, the ride wasn't working today? Did you say good morning to George? And then someone's like, no.
Kevin, you can't have evidence of something that doesn't exist.
Exactly.
I don't personally believe in ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun that they say good morning and good night to him.
I think it is cute that they're like, hello, dead person that died here years ago. Like when they...
It's a little morbid.
In the morning. And then do they yell at a new cast member? Like, let's say the new cast member shows up one day and doesn't do it.
I'm sure they're taught.
And the ride breaks down and they're like, did you say hi to George?
Yeah,
they
like, probably fire them instantly.
Like, no, I didn't. They're like, oh, get out of here. Freaking rookie.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the story as an idea.
It's a nice idea. I mean, it's not true. But
no, I don't think...
No one thinks it's true. But it's a cute little interesting tidbit that they have. Like if next time I go on Pirates of the Caribbean, I'll say, hello, George. He'll probably like, grab me by the throat and I'll start
Then you'll be back here. You'll be like, I saw George. I'll be like, Kevin?
I'll have like bags under my eyes. I'll be like, Angelo.
You're right. I'm a pirate now. All right.
Okay.
So what's your story?
I have a one that I kind of heard this a while ago, but I thought it was BS. Okay. So it's such BS that it's I honestly find it so amusing that like because there's people who actually believe this is true, right?
Okay. Really?
Like I was reading articles online, and these people were like saying like it was fact, and I was like, you're crazy. Okay. So have you heard of Mr. One Way?
No, I have not.
So this is, I guess, the ghost that haunts Space Mountain.
Space
Mountain?
Your
favorite ride, Space Mountain. I mean, he's probably the one that's throwing you around up there.
Dude, he probably is. What a rude dude.
I know. Actually, though, let me tell you about this guy. Because actually he's been described by people who've spoken to him.
No.
Yeah. By people who've spoken to him say he's a friendly ghost. Okay? They say he's a friendly ghost.
I mean, that's good, though. That he's friendly.
The people who have spoken to him say he's friendly.
All right.
So these people were doing something when they went on this line. Okay. So basically, he's described as a grown man with reddish hair, and he's seen the places that he's been met are waiting in line. So when you're waiting in line for Space Mountain, that long line that's actually like hell.
That's the same like scenery for the whole time.
Yeah, it's if you
Space
haven't been
Mountain line kind of sucks.
Especially in Disney World. I mean. It's crazy, like, because they just did it, and it's no windows, like, no oxygen. I mean, there's oxygen, but it's, like, no new air. But you're just locked in this room for an hour plus, whatever your wait time usually is.
Space Mountain's line is not a good one.
And it's brutal. And I'm sure some people went nutbags and thought they were seeing this grown man with reddish hair.
So what's
he's
his
seen
deal? Waiting
in the line, and he's seen in the cast members' locker rooms. Which is strange, because he shouldn't be in there. But
So who is this Mr. One Way?
That's what's the weird thing. Because there's all these different things. So they say they talk to him. And when you have a conversation with him, after a while, they said it becomes clear he's not from this time.
Okay.
Like, he'll say things like...
Are we sure it isn't just like a weird guy in line? And everyone's just not thinking...
I don't know, because he says... So he waits on line with you. Okay, then he boards the ride with you. Okay. But then disappears by the end of the ride.
Oh.
Which is interesting. But are we sure a guy just didn't fly out of the ride? I don't know.
This is a bigger conspiracy than we thought.
Yeah. But honestly, this is where it gets interesting. Uh-oh. Okay, this is where it gets interesting.
Hit me.
So people who've talked to him say he's reddish hair, he has reddish hair. But there's people who've talked to the same ghost, Mr. One Way. But sometimes he appears as a child, a little boy, which is weird. But sometimes he appears as the boy, and it says he pretends to be in your family, and then he boards the ride with you. But it becomes clear he's not in this time, or whatever their hoo-ha they're talking about. It's weird.
That is weird. There's no like background to who Mr. One Way is?
Well, they say it's someone they think died on the ride or, like, on the grounds of the ride. But, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of strange. What this child is doing in the locker room of Disney employees is a different question. Because I feel like that's kind of concerning as a Disney employee. If your child just walks in and is like, hey, guys.
No, yeah, I like that story.
I know, because if it's weird. If I don't know, I'll go on Space Mountain next time I go on. I'll be like, hey, Mr. One Way, please appear, because he's called Mr. One Way because he disappears. He goes one way.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one is weird. Like, I don't believe it, but it's kind of strange. Like, why is there a differentiation between the red-haired man and then the child? Like, are they the same person?
Maybe they're from the same family.
But are they both Mr. One Way? Because that's what they say. He just morphs.
Of the One Way family, I would say. And one is the son, one is the father.
So One Way Junior
Maybe
is the
they're trying
kid.
to ride with each other.
But they can never match up.
They can never match up.
That's depressing.
We
just added layers to the story.
Dude, this is my new headcanon whenever I go on Space Mountain. Does it say which Space Mountain it is?
So apparently, based on people, they've said this supposedly is a man who died in the early 1970s. And that's who they say is Mr. One Day. But why does he show up as a child sometimes?
Why do they say he's friendly? Just he talks to you?
They say he's a friendly ghost, as opposed to a not friendly ghost. So he's like Casper, is what I'm getting from it.
I like that story a lot.
And like here, Angelo, let me show you some pictures of the things. Like this guy.
Yeah, I was actually looking some up here. I see.
Like I think these pictures, especially this one that I'm looking at right now, it's a group of men, and they're all acting really surprised
that was
crazy. This is clearly not they didn't see Mr. One Way. They're just pretending that there's a person there. And this is on the California one. So I'm assuming that he's in California. So Angelo, how's your Halloween going?
My Halloween's going good. Kevin, you know my favorite holiday is Halloween?
Well, Halloween's a big time for theme parks too. You have Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
Have you ever been? Yeah. Have you ever been to? I was gonna say Six Flags Great Adventures Horror Night.
No. See, I don't like when people scare me. So these kind of things don't appeal to me. Like,
no, yeah, I went when I like a few years ago when I was younger, and I was scared, and I haven't been back because it's really scary to me. And they have like the whistle you can get.
Really?
If you want to tell like the creepy dudes to not.
Andrew's like.
No, yeah. I literally yelled at my dad when I must have been like 12. I was like, Dad, make a whistle noise. I was so scared. It was bad. I really like the idea of being scared, but I hate like being scared.
Well, because like I can do like horror movies and stuff because it's not real.
It's not in my room.
But if there's a man approaching me with a chainsaw, there's no way I'm not going to defend myself.
No, yeah.
Like my body just own that. Like I will honestly, I might hit somebody. Like get away from me. Like out of involuntary motion, I will hit somebody, and then we have a problem.
And then there's a lawsuit.
So I can't do those.
No, yeah.
Like Universal Horror Night.
Have you been to Universal Horror Night?
No, and this is why. Because I feel like I'd be like, well, I haven't really been to Florida or California in Halloween.
Yeah.
So I mean, you haven't either, right?
No.
So like. But I don't think I'm interested in going because I feel like I would be very aggressive towards someone who came up to me. I mean, because I've done like fair stuff on Halloween where they're like, oh, go into this fair haunted house that's like literally for children. And I'm like, get away from me. I can't do this.
Yeah, I've never done I did a haunted house like probably like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fine. But like, I feel like haunted houses can be really hit or miss.
They can be. I mean, I've only been in a select number of them. Because, again, I will punch somebody.
I went to one, it was cool. But at, like, some point, like, if you are scared, you just look down. Like, you just walk through it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why the only party I'd probably, like, theme park party I'd want to go to is, like, Mickey's Not So Scary. Because it's not so scary.
It's not that scary.
Just like our episode. It's not scary at all.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Disney in Christmas time? I guess this is
Okay.
jumping the gun.
I want to go to Disney at Christmas time so badly.
But it's so crowded.
It's not even funny. It's crowded, and then my parents and my family, they want to be together with their family on Christmas, so it's not like we can take a trip to Disney.
The best time to go to Disney is like the first week of December. Because no one's there.
I mean,
why are you going the first week of
When
December?
I'm older, because my birthday is December 5th, so I will be going on my birthday, because that's a dream of mine, to be on Disney
That's
on my
smart.
birthday. That is a bucket list thing I
I'm
gotta
telling
do.
you, dude, first, second week of December, no one's there. Because why would you be there? I mean, people who were going for Thanksgiving break left.
Yep.
And there's not that many people going for I mean, I guess there are if people go for Christmas. But, like, first, second week of December, like, oh my God, it's so empty. You can walk on, like, Space Mountain. It's so easy.
I think I'd like that, especially my birthday.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah, but we're trying to do that this year because we're going in January. But I'm like, I think don't they take down the directions? Don't they take?
What?
Don't they take down the decorations like after New Year's?
Yeah, I think so.
So when I go there, it's gonna be like, no Christmas stuff.
It probably won't be crowded though.
It won't be. January, they're not usually that crowded. But yeah, Mickey's Not So Scary is kind of epic because Disney's like usually a scary place, but like add Not So Scary on it, and it's like, whoa, villains have taken over.
Yeah, you know what is pretty scary about Disney that we haven't talked about?
What?
The alligator on Splash Mountain.
Alligators at Disney have been a problem.
No, yeah.
But if you don't know what Angelo's referring to, I implore you to go on the internet right now and search alligator on Splash Mountain. There's a Disney cast member fishing this alligator like inches from guests out of the water.
I don't know about inches, maybe like a few feet.
Oh my God, it's right outside Splash Mountain.
He's in the rivers of America.
Yeah, right outside of Splash Mountain. And it's, I don't know. If I literally, next time I'm on Splash Mountain, I'm going to be very concerned because if an alligator lunges at me, I'll be dead.
Yeah, that's
how that works.
No, yeah.
I die. And if I die, we'll have no more podcasts.
I mean, I will.
You'll go on without me.
I'll figure it. I'll just have a conversation with myself pretending it's you.
Yeah, you just get some random
You're
person.
like, what do you think about that, Kevin? Oh, I think it was great, Angelo. Oh, wow, great insight.
Maybe get Seamus. You'll be like, how did you feel about that, Seamus? You'll be like, I don't know what's going on.
You'll be like, what ride?
What ride is this again? Seamus is our friend.
He's our friend.
The people who don't know who anyone is.
And he helps us produce this podcast.
Yeah, he's behind the scenes. We call him our Toodles. He does things behind the scenes. So if the audio is garbage right now, it's Seamus'
If
fault.
something's bad, it's Seamus' fault.
Seamus' fault.
It's never our fault.
He's watching South Park right now or something on his phone or his laptop.
Somewhere, yeah. Somewhere
Like, we're
close
working.
by.
What's he doing?
I mean, he is doing it as work.
I like how we said this is the job that we're doing right now.
What a world.
What a world we live in, Angelo.
Right. What other Halloween things? You know what I like about Halloween?
What?
I like candy corn.
Oh my God, I love candy corn. But I eat too much of it.
People hate it.
Really? Because it's too sugary? Is that
I
it?
don't know why. People just hate candy corn.
I mean, candy corn has like a lot of sugar in it. And I feel like sometimes if I eat too much, I get sick. That's why I try to limit myself.
Are you ever like doing something and you get like a nostalgia flashback to like a holiday time?
Of course. I think everyone, right?
I got that yesterday
Really?
when we were all hanging out, and they do, you know what reverse trick or treat is?
Yeah.
So if you don't know reverse trick or treat, people, they come to your door and it's like, oh, donate money, and it's like for charity or like the Red Cross it was for. It was like $5 and you get like a popcorn,
you get popcorn
glove
and cookies and stuff.
cookie, and it's reverse trick or treat, and it's cute and it raises money, and like when the two people came to the door and did that, and we were all hanging out, and they're like, "Oh, you guys want to do it?" I had like major nostalgia vibes during that for some reason.
Did people reverse trick or treat in your neighborhood?
No, but it just felt like, I don't know why, it felt like right. It felt like a moment that would like happen to like on a show or movie to establish the setting. You know what I mean? Like I was freaked out. I was like, oh my God, if I could live in this moment forever. I don't know what it was. I loved it.
I mean, when I heard about reverse trick or treat for the first time, I thought it was like I pay like them ahead of time, and then on Halloween they come to my door and give me stuff. And I was like, that's genius because I want to fill my room with people. And they knock on my door, and I'm like, oh, that's my cookies and popcorn. And like, I would be like, whoa, he's a hot shot. But no, they came at my door like no one was there. I was like, okay. You know what scared me as a kid?
What scared you, Kevin?
Did you ever read the book Kingdom Keepers?
Yes.
So basically, if you don't know, it was like this book that like it's called Disney After Dark is the first book in the series.
It's like Percy Jackson or Harry Potter if the setting was like Disney land or world.
World. It's world because they are at Epcot, so they go into the. So it's basically it's like Nightmare. Ugh. So basically, it's like Night at the Museum, but like Disney. So the park comes alive after dark. So they
have
are
to fight like the bad guys.
Yeah, so they become an attraction. I believe they're like tour guides. So like the main thing is held at Epcot.
Kids become like virtual
tour guides to Disney, and
when they go to sleep, they wake up at Disney and they have to fight bad guys.
Yeah, it's super dope.
It's pretty good.
I love this book.
It's a good like teen book.
Yeah. So one of the scenes, because things come alive, they're in Small World. And literally the animatronic figures, I forget why they're on the ride. They need to get something. But the animatronic figures come to life. And I remember being scared reading this. I was like, what the hell? Because like these are creepy dolls. If they came to life, it's like Annabelle times 1,000. Like I'm petrified. These dolls come out and start biting me because I envisioned them almost like piranhas. Like they were like coming out of because there was a part where they're like coming out of the water. And I was like, no. So that's what scared me as a kid. So now every time I go on Small World, I imagine I'm like, if you guys came alive, I'd freaking run out of here.
Yeah. Same book. They did that in Dinosaur with the dinosaurs.
They also did it at Thunder Mountain too, right?
With what?
With like the skeleton came to life.
Oh yeah, the dinosaur skeleton. I forget about that part of Thunder Mountain.
I was like, whoa, what's happening?
That's a good part of Thunder
Because they're like, to me that was really Night at the Museum vibes because of the skeleton. Yeah. I was like, whoa, it's coming to life.
But as a kid, I was always scared of Dinosaur. I never opened my eyes for the photo.
I mean, it's a scary ride.
No, yeah. Do you know they changed the photo section?
Did they?
So do you remember when they added the Carnotaurus on the sides of you?
Yeah.
It didn't used to be like that.
So at the end when it pops out?
Well, at the end when it pops out has always been there, and that was always the photo. Mm-hmm. Now, it's when he's on the left side.
So he pops out the first
take
time.
A picture.
I know what you're talking about.
First or second.
Yeah.
That's when it takes the picture now.
Interesting.
It's the same thing on Expedition Everest. It used to be with the Yeti.
Now it's
it's the last. Not the last.
It's when you drop,
like,
right?
Yeah, it's like one of the first like big drops. Mm-hmm. And I imagine it's because like kids were like ruining the picture by being scared of the Yeti.
Yeah.
And just like Disney was like, all right, let's just make more money because I mean it makes sense. You don't want a picture where everyone's like looks bad.
I mean, Dinosaur is kind of a scary ride. Like, I could see a kid being really scared on it because it's dark. My problem with Dinosaur is you can't see what's going on in it because it's dark and there's like
it's intense.
There's an animal near you, and I'm like, is there? Or it's a dinosaur, not an animal.
Still animals. Right?
But they're like, there's
it's an intense ride.
It is an intense because they jerk you all over. That's why I prefer.
It's very bumpy. You really need to hold on.
It's the same track as the Indiana Jones ride in California.
It's the same ride.
It's a better ride. Oh. Angelo disagrees. That's a hot take, but we won't get into that on our Halloween special.
But what other rides? I was scared of the Yeti too. I closed my eyes the first time, and then I asked my family what it looked like.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What are the Yeti?" Because they have like the stuffed Yetis that look so weird.
That do not look like anything
They're
like
a ball. It's like a round ball is the Yeti, and I was like, "Is that what they looked like?"
They're like, no.
Yeah, so I was scared of the Yeti. I was scared of Dinosaur. Were you scared of any rides?
I mean, you have like the classics, like Tower of Terror. I think is every kid like, oh my god, it's Tower of Terror.
I was never that scared of Tower.
Really?
No.
I mean,
I don't know why. Maybe just like. Because I was scared of Dinosaur and I was scared of maybe I'm just scared of like big animals.
Well, like I'm never scared of Tower of Terror, but it's like, it's the vibe. It's the same vibe as Haunted Mansion. It's like when I'm in there, like Haunted Mansion, I don't like Haunted Mansion. Hot take. Do not like it because it's boring and I just get a weird vibe when I'm in there. Like I feel like you're supposed to feel uncomfortable, but I'm just like, this brings no joy to me. I'm just sitting here feeling uncomfortable and so bored to death. It's got some cool elements to it, but Angelo's like, we can't get into it here, but we'll discuss this later.
Heated topics. Wait, do you know that my cousin was scared of Star Tours?
Really?
Yeah, he was scared of a lot of
C-3PO's version?
No, like he didn't. He like left because the line was too scary.
Oh, I know people who are scared of Mission Space, but Mission Space takes a lot out of you.
No, yeah, the orange mission. I don't like it still. Hey, Kevin, I actually gotta run.
You gotta go. What do you mean? We're in the middle of a podcast.
Yeah, dude, I know. It's Halloween. I gotta go trick or treat.
You're gonna trick or treat? Aren't you a little old for that?
Did you not notice the costume I've been in the entire time?
You've been in a costume?
Yeah, I'm Donald Duck.
I just thought you weren't wearing pants. Okay, so I guess he's gone. Thanks everybody for listening to this episode of Mouse and Men. I hope it was as spooktacular as you wanted it to be. And until next time, so long everybody.
This is going to be a mess to edit.
Oh yeah, good luck with this, Seamus.